Strange creatures like this have appeared around the world. Few people have claimed to see them. However, their existence has not been according to reports. We refer to these creatures as Hello everyone, welcome to the series on ACE. In this episode, we will introduce a mysterious creature from the United Kingdom, the Dean Beast. Gloucestershire is located in the southwest of England, covering an area of 20,000 square kilometers, with beautiful natural environments and a thriving farming industry. In the early 19th century, there were numerous reports of the appearance of strange, large creatures. The story is as follows. In 1802, local residents reported that the Dean Forest in the west was being destroyed by an unidentified creature. This creature was said to possess extraordinary strength and was capable of knocking down trees. It destroyed fences and even damaged surrounding barriers. Residents living near the forest at night often hear loud roaring sounds from this creature. There are eyewitnesses who describe it as resembling an unusually large wild boar. According to various descriptions, it has one or two pairs of large tusks. Its entire body is covered with thick black fur. This creature later became known as the Dean Monster. At the same time, the European brown bear had become extinct in Britain. Some have speculated that the brown bear in Gloucestershire may have been preyed upon by the creature known as Dean after 5 years, which would be in 1807. Local residents, disturbed by the creature, formed hunting parties to eliminate it. There are some variations in accounts of this event. Some reports suggest that a hunter from the village of Packend hunted and killed it alone. Subsequently, after examination by hunters, they agreed that the large captured wild boar did not belong to any species they had previously known, although I was unable to find further records describing its morphology. After this incident, all eyewitness reports ceased. However, eerie growling sounds were still reported near the villages of Parkend and Brim. Local residents speculated that another Dean creature might be roaming the forest. Time passed, and who could have imagined that in nearly 2 centuries later, a recent eyewitness account has elevated the legend of the Dean Monster to a new level. In 1998, 2 local residents, James Nash and Marshall Davis, reported encountering the creature at night while passing through the forest between Parkend and Brim. According to their description, at the time of the event, the forest suddenly fell silent. A deep growl gradually grew louder. As it approached, the creature walked on the leaves, making a rustling sound. Immediately afterward, they saw a massive dark figure emerge from the forest. They were unable to describe what they had seen. They only knew that the figure was extraordinarily large. It was beyond their comprehension. Fear caused them to run away. However, the creature chased them until they reached the village of Parkend, where a bright road appeared before them. They immediately heard the creature's intense roar. The beast did not appear, as if it was only chasing the 2 people away to protect its territory. These are all the reported sightings of this creature. Notably, the image of the Dean Monster appeared in 2007 in a science fiction television series produced by an independent British broadcaster. It was titled Primeval in its first season. In the show, it is depicted as a gyrodont species that traveled from the Permian period to the present day and wreaked havoc on the city. By 2011, the series had aired 5 seasons. The content is very engaging, and those interested can explore it further. Additionally, entertainment news outlets have reported a sighting of a different Dean Monster. This event occurred in 2005. However, the description of the creature seen differs significantly from the 2 previous events. Therefore, we will not discuss it further here. At this point, some may be thinking quietly that it was just a pig. What is there to fear? Here, I remind viewers, wild boars are not like domestic pigs. They have a very aggressive nature. Their level of danger exceeds that of tigers and bears. They weigh on average about 300 kilograms. With a speed of 40 km/h, they can easily injure an adult. Furthermore, they are omnivorous animals. They can eat almost anything. Therefore, They often appear near crop fields, so if you are fortunate enough to encounter a wild boar, do not provoke it, but try to move to higher ground or take cover in dense forest. Does the Dean monster really exist? By this point, viewers may have formed their own thoughts and assessments. However, I would like to tell you that witnesses in the 19th century described it as an unknown species. Not because this wild boar was rare, but because this large wild boar had been extinct in the United Kingdom since the 13th century. During that period, wild boars were reintroduced to England. However, by the 17th century, they disappeared again due to habitat loss, and they became extinct once more due to overhunting. From the 17th century to the 1980s, in England, only a few wild boars are kept in captivity, imported from mainland Europe as a display animal in zoos. Until recently, for the past 300 years, the United Kingdom had not recorded the presence of wild boars living freely. In other words, if the Dean monster truly exists, it must have lived for a very long time to evade the pursuit of numerous hunters. Additionally, due to its large size, the availability of food is also a significant issue. Of course, giant wild boars are not uncommon in other regions. For example, in June 2004, in the state of Georgia, USA, a wild boar measuring over 8 feet long and weighing more than 800 pounds was shot by a hunter named Chris Griffin. They named this wild boar Hogzilla, which means a giant hog. In May 2007, an 11-year-old boy named Jamison Stone shot and killed a larger wild boar with a handgun. This boar weighed 131 pounds and measured 9 feet in length, and it was truly a giant creature. Only the sky knows what a wild boar that is not domesticated might eat to grow to such a size. There are many similar reports, including the Dean monster sighting in Gloucestershire in 1998. Whether that creature was a giant wild boar remains uncertain. At least in the United Kingdom, where wild boars are not domesticated, they have become extinct. This issue has not received official attention. There may still be large animal species in this dense forest that we have yet to discover. After all, the unknown is always greater than the known. Well, this concludes the video. Thank you for watching.